Okay, number one here, having a lot of stuff happening. If you find it extra difficult to work the whole thing up from the beginning, try just doing like 2 bars at a time. Plus the very first note of the next bar. So working on it like that can really make it a heck of a lot easier to get the whole thing down. So yeah, maybe the first day, again, if you feel like you need it, just work on 2 bars at a time, plus the very next note of the next bar. You just work those up individually, and with these being so short, it's not going to take long at all to max out. And then the next day, do like the first half and then the second half, and then piece the whole thing together. Totally fine thing to do. Sometimes stuff like that just makes it way easier to get these things down. So, try that if you feel the need, or you feel like you need the extra help. Here we go. 60. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and a 2 and 4 and 1 and 2 E and a 3 and 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 E and a 3 and a 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 90. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 and a 4 and 1 and 2 and a 3 and 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and 2 and 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and 120. A 1, 2, 3, 4. $150. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oop, goofed up. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And back to 120 for the repeats. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, number 2. Far more simple. Here we go. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 90. 1, 2, 3, 4. $120. 1, 2, 3, 4. $150. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Back to 120 for the repeats. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. I screwed that up. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Go. Right. I need to fix those scales diagrams. I'm going to do that right now and send that over. I'm going to do the color-coded one too. So this way it's easier to learn. So you'll have, remember you got those two patterns that always happen. You got the whole step, whole step. Did I say 2 patterns? It's 3 patterns. 3. The whole step, the half step, whole step, and then the whole step, half step. So you can always have, well, let's see, without that diagram up there it might be confusing. Basically, well, let's go through it anyway. Like when you're like, we'll just look at it the ascending way, might be easier. Just like you can have twice in a row the half step, the whole step. 2 times in a row the whole step, half step. 3 times in a row you can have the whole step, whole step. You just got, and some of the stuff is just straight up memorization. It's like when you start that Dorian shape, it is only, you're going to start with just the whole step, half step, and then go into the whole step, whole step. So you're going to have whole step, half step once, and then the whole step 3 times. After that, it always goes to the half step, whole step next. So we have those 2 strings left, so we're going to do that twice. So the Phrygian shape starts the same way that ends. So, let's see. Another way to look at it, like the B to E string combination there kind of tells you what's going to happen next. So we're going up the Ionian shape. Well, we ended with the whole step, half step. So if we had the low B string here, we'd see it starts off whole step, half step, and then whole step, half step again. So we did the whole step, half step twice up here. So that means we have the second of the pair, the whole step, half step up there. So when we start the Dorian, we're playing the second half of that pair. And then after we do the whole step, half step, the double whole step always comes next. And there's always 3 in a row, as long as we have enough strings for it. After that, it's always the half step, whole step next. So we just did the pair of the half step, whole step, which means we're doing the second half of that pair to start the next shape. So we got the half step, whole step to begin here. So next, and it always goes in the same order, next is the whole step, half step, and that only happens 2 times in a row. After that, it's the double whole step, so 3 of them. So we just played 3 of those. Now, with that being the last one of the 3 you can do, that's how we're going to start the next one. So that's the end of those 3, the end of the double whole steps. After the double whole steps, it's always half step, whole step. Got Got 2 of those. And then the whole step, half step next. And then we go on to the double whole steps, which we can do 3 of in a row, but that's just the first of the 3, which is how we start the next shape, Mixolydian shape. So we just played those 3. So what's next? Half step, whole step. We've got 2 of those. And then next, we go whole step, half step. It always happens that way. Well, that's the first of the new pair. So when we start down here, we have to complete the pair. And after that, double whole step. 3 of them. And after we complete the 3 double whole steps, it's half step, whole step. So that's just one time playing the half step, whole step. And those are always in pairs. So that means, again, that's the first of the pair. So we go down here, starting the first of the pair again on the low E string. So we got to do it twice. So after the half step, whole step is done twice, we got to play the whole step, half step twice. Which leads to the double whole step next. So thinking of it like that can really help you get those shapes down. I hope that was helpful and not confusing. So yeah, I'm going to put the diagrams together right now with the color-coded thing to help you see the whole step, or the double whole step, half step, whole step, and the whole step, half step much more easily. All right, any questions, let me know. I will see you again next week.